What's up, guys? Welcome back to Brunch with DESB. I'm so excited today. I'm hanging with my sister, Michaela Michelle. Michaela Michelle.
It's kind of spooky.
It is spooky.
I love it.
We're here because Michaela is officially 1 year post party.
Yay.
The party down there having a baby. Obviously we're both moms and we have a lot to talk about today. We are 15 months apart and our babies are 16 months apart, our first. And then our second are 8 weeks apart.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
It's kind of cool. So, before we get started, me and Michaela, well, Michaela kind of knows the vibe of brunch, but like, just a little like chatty Cathy. We have brand new, first off, when you're listening to this, I am away this weekend and Michaela is probably helping with my kids.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. I am definitely out in Texas right now with Buff Bunny Collection. I'm actually doing a self-defense class tomorrow.
Wait, you're leaving tomorrow?
Babe, it's Sunday.
Oh, so you're going to be doing this Monday?
Yeah. So tomorrow,
okay,
I have a self-defense
class.
Today's Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Yeah. Happy Sunday.
Thanks, guys. So I'm in Texas with Buff Bunny Collection. We have the new cake collection. Did you see the launch video and stuff?
I did not. But I saw your clothes.
Michaela, fucking lie, bitch. Lie. Say, oh my God, yeah.
I see your new clothes over here.
Yeah, my Buff Bunny Collection cake collection.
Really cute.
Right behind us. She literally walked in and was like, oh, this is cute.
Yeah.
This reminds me of mom.
I did.
Not in a bad way.
No, it's like giving...
It's giving pinks and purples,
yes.
and it's giving cake.
Yes.
So we have the new Buff Bunny Collection launching this Saturday, which I'm really excited about. It's probably my favorite launch since Sugar Rush, which if you guys remember that, I feel like you really liked that one too.
Yeah.
That was last year's like pinks and like Candyland vibes.
Yes.
So cake launches this Saturday, as always, code DESB for 10% off. But we have some watches this week and Michaela can kind of come in to these conversations. That's why I wanted to start here fresh and raw with our intro, because we always kind of recap The Last of Us. So today we're talking about the last episode. Did you watch the finale?
Yes. I actually watched it without Joey yesterday.
Oh no.
Yeah, I told him.
Is your guys' marriage okay?
We're fine. We're fine.
No, but like, what did you think of the last episode?
I don't know what to think about Joel.
Yeah, it was a little dark.
Like,
it was
like,
a little
Joel,
dark.
Dude, like, what?
Daddy Pedro.
Yeah, Daddy Pedro. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So I was like kind of mad at him, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
You always try to zoom out, you know, because he finally like found this person that gave meaning to life again.
Like he was becoming a father again.
Yes. And to want to protect that, like naturally his instinct of like fatherhood.
Right.
But the idea that she potentially could have saved humanity and he kind of like was like, fuck that.
I know. That's why I was kind of like, it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, it was kind of gave me the ick.
Yeah. But also I did see on TikTok that the mom that had Ellie was the same girl that played in the video game. But it's like, it's her facial. It's her face. You know what I'm saying? How they have like dots on their face.
Oh, really?
And, like,
oh,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know what that's called. Like, but like kind of like Avatar.
The stand-in.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, we always cool. We can trust anything on TikTok.
Yeah.
So definitely for
way
sure
more than anyone else.
That's definitely truth. Yeah, I loved the last episode too. Obviously, we know it was kind of the end of season 1, which is very sad. We didn't necessarily see zombies or anything, but it was more like
a lot of violence.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
At one point I was almost getting like scared because it was giving mass shooter.
It was giving anxiety.
It was scary. Like it was a real, like he went into this like mental place and you felt it.
Yeah.
You felt this like dark presence and it was
100%
scary AF.
And it was just very dark.
Oh,
Even
his hair was fucked up. Like his hair was like, you could tell he was like unhinged.
Yes. 100%.
And then at the end he had to lie. At the end can you like scoot closer?
Yeah.
At the end, that's cute.
Yeah, it is cute.
At the end, he like lied. And that's what killed me even more because she fucking knew it.
Yeah.
Like she knows
she
he's
even
lying.
questioned it.
She knows he's lying, but she's like, but I love you. Like, I also trust you, even though right now I know you're lying. Yeah. And then that was it.
I know. They have a season 2, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I wonder, like, what's going to happen next.
I don't know, because we better get more fucking zombies.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. I waited all fucking season to see that bitch come up from underneath the ground again, the bloater.
Oh, yeah, the big or even
that was a big one. Or even the clicker,
I don't remember that one.
The girl, she was like contorted in the car.
Oh, wait, yeah. I do remember that one. We never
saw him again. That was the most intense episode of zombies, and we just never saw him again. Ugh.
I also told Joey, I'm like, how fun would that be if you were playing the zombie role?
And you were like,
just like, what?
Yeah, that is unhinged to even act that. Like, you have to really have just no shame. I would be embarrassed.
I know, but they can't really see you.
I know. They'd be like flailing out, like arms around more, and I'd be like, no, like, is this enough? Like, That's funny. Okay, another watch that I had this week. First off, Malaysia Flight 370.
Yes,
on the neti pot, the Netflix.
Yep.
Pretty good. I mean, like, I actually watched a podcast episode about this before from My Favorite Murder. They covered the story, so I kind of knew going into it, like, about it. I personally do not remember it going missing.
Really? See,
no, I
do.
don't.
Joey doesn't either. But I
That's
do.
Weird.
I was in my culinary class when I was in high school, and I was on Twitter or Instagram.
Funny.
And I saw the news. Yeah, but I didn't watch. I watched it, but I watched like one episode.
Yeah, we didn't really get into it, but so far, like, it's really good. It's interesting.
So crazy. Just all the theories.
Yeah, I just don't trust anyone. So I'm like, yeah, someone's covering it up in the high elites. Like, I don't give a fuck what government it is. I don't care what party they are. Someone's just covering tracks.
Yeah.
Someone knows they fucked up. Someone fucked up. That's really what it comes down to.
Also giving manifest.
Yeah, I'm like, did they base it off of that?
I don't know. I really didn't watch Manifest.
But they also, Manifest, they came back and they were like the same age.
Yeah, true.
So this is a little bit different.
Right.
Similar but different. I like the parallels. Okay, we'll call it that. The next watch that I had was actually White Lotus.
Oh, yeah.
I
told her to watch that.
Yes, I finished season 1. Okay. We're done with season 1, so we're on season 2.
Yep.
Season 1 I thought it was a banger. Really ended not in a way that I thought. When the director died.
Yep.
First off, when he was eating ass, you want to talk about the most unhinged scene I've ever seen on TV? The way he was in his ass.
Yeah. That was
like an endless bowl of like macaroni and cheese that you like really want in that moment drunk. He was like had the munchies on his ass.
He was definitely scary during the whole season.
When he was like super drugged.
Yeah.
The ketamine was ketamining. he was fucked up. But that was a really great show. I've never watched White Lotus. All of you bitches out there like, oh, White Lotus. It's so good. Season 2. And I was finally like, okay, pick me. I'm going to watch it. And I have to say, season 1 was a banger. That's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Also watched the intro on Netflix of the Alex Murdaugh bullshit.
Yeah.
I actually watched something like this on HBO Max. So again, I had like a little bit of an understanding going into it. But I'm not that like versed on the Murdaughs, but I just thought it was fucked up how like so many small counties can like operate in their own sanctions.
Yeah.
Like they're that small of a county that they virtually are ran by like all the same people.
Mm-hmm.
It was reminding me of like Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Where like they were just kind of like all townies.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that was really
weird.
weird.
The Hills Have Eyes scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I wonder how I would respond if I watched it again.
We should. I never watch scary movies anymore.
You know what I would love to rewatch too is the Saw movies.
Oh, hell no.
But dude,
the White Room.
Funny story, dude. This was when my mom and dad were they weren't divorced.
They were divorced.
They had just recently got divorced. My dad always let us watch the scary movies.
Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like
when
those
we were
movies.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, we were young.
Dude, we were in 8, 9.
Yeah, we were in like 4th or 5th grade.
Yeah.
And one night, me and Michaela, we co-slept.
We sure did.
We bed shared.
Downstairs, which is even more scary.
I know, why were we in the basement? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Anyways, we were downstairs co-sleeping.
By the way, do you remember our pet rats? That just brought me back.
Yeah,
but
we
anyway,
had pet rats.
we co-slept.
We co-slept together, and we had just got done watching Saw 1. First Saw ever came out. And they were, if you don't remember, they were in a white room and they had to like saw off their own ankle.
That's triggering me right now.
Michaela woke up in the middle of the night and literally just starts saying, like, I'm in the white room.
Yeah,
and
I was
she's
crying.
like shaking and crying in bed.
Yeah.
Scares the piss out of me. Then I had to go get my dad and whatever. Anyways,
yeah, that's probably why I have issues.
Yeah, she's
today.
not a huge horror queen.
I was though until I had kids. And now I can't do it.
That too. Yeah, kids really just ruin everything.
Yeah, they really do. I could probably watch like
anyways.
I could probably watch like the movie Sinister. I don't like the like devil kind of movies, but I could watch them more than I could watch like abductions.
That's fair.
You know what I'm
it
saying?
depends on like the type of crime.
Yes, 100%.
That's occurring.
Because
That's
if
for
it's
sure.
more like sinister, then like
lay it on me.
yeah.
Will you hold this? I'm gonna crack an Alani.
Yeah. Ooh, that's crispy. Stop. Now you got to burp after.
That's fake. For fuck's sake.
That's so funny.
All right. So yeah, great memories, great watches.
Yeah.
Definitely make sure you guys go watch White Lotus. Long story short, and then
Yeah.
maybe we're gonna have a horror scary movie-thon.
Yeah.
Speaking of horror,
What?
is the horror that our husbands are gonna have when we leave them in fucking May.
Oh, I am ready.
We're leaving our husbands,
and I'm not saying goodbye.
No, like that we are leaving our husbands.
Yeah.
That's like the title of the episode.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
We're leaving our.
We're leaving our husbands. No, but I'm going to the Dear Media in Real Life podcast like event.
Yeah, I'm
with
excited.
with my fucking blazer and my portfolio, bitch. I'm coming with like a fucking pad, a pen, and a paper.
I am going to be my sister's secretary.
Yeah, Michaela's coming to be my
I'll be
concierge.
like this the whole time.
Yeah, she's literally coming to be my videographer. But no, Michaela's coming with me. We're going to Austin, Texas in the beginning of May. It'll be super fun. We'll be home right in time for Archie's first birthday, and it's just going to be her and I. We have not done something like this since we went to the Tula event in 2018 January, and we went together to New York, the big fucking apple.
Yeah.
With our big fucking asses.
And I was not impressed.
No. It was a quick
God
trip.
love New York, but you got to be a certain person.
You got to be a
live
certain
there.
type of dirty to live there.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Not like dirty, but
like we didn't go like downtown New York.
No, it was cold as piss.
Yeah,
we really
it was.
only like went to dinner and like stayed in the hotel.
It was nice though. We stayed there for what, like 2 days, I think.
Yeah, it was a really quick trip, but still, that was the only time we'd gone out. Other than we went to Kentucky together.
Yeah,
but like that doesn't even count. It's Kentucky, bitch.
Yeah, but
we drove.
But we went with your meetup. That was fun. You remember?
I know. I'm just joking. Like, yeah, it was a fun trip. No, Camp Desby.
Camp
we rock.
Oh,
we rock. We rock every
Desby.
day and every night. We rock. We rock. We rock on. By the way, it's almost been 5 years since Demi Lovato's relapse.
Oh my god!
And I know that because our concert today, dude. Okay, sidebar. Regardless, excited for our vacation.
Yes. Oh, fist bump.
But funny story, today as we're recording this, memories came up, and 5 years ago today we went to see Demi Lovato in concert with Kalani and
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled. God, the way he danced.
Literally. He was like
anyways, we went, but like when we were at the concert, dude,
I remember.
I told you,
Yep.
I said, dude, something seems off.
Yep.
I think did I not tell you? I
No,
think she
you did.
relapsed.
Yes.
I think she's using,
Yes.
bitch. I fucking called it.
No, you did. And like a week later, or days later.
Dude, no, it's like in 3 days probably. She relapsed, and that was the relapse that almost fucking killed her.
Yes.
Like she like had like 5 strokes or whatever.
Yeah. That was crazy.
That's crazy. And I remember I was like,
yeah.
I called it.
that was a really good concert though.
It was a great concert, but I could tell my girl was off. Demi wasn't Demi.
I hope she's doing good right now. Poot Lovato. I'm sorry. I can't get over that picture of her.
I can't poot. The way that people called her poot. You know what it reminds me of and why it makes me laugh is because Abby Herberger or whatever
she
calls her daughter poot.
Yeah.
So
you know, she just had her baby.
I do.
Okay.
I thought that was the joke. I thought they were calling her baby, Abby Herberger baby.
Actually poot. Oh.
And I was like,
no, they joke a lot.
I'm like, TikTok, y'all need to relax.
Yeah, calm it down.
No, for real, like relax. You're causing a lot of insecurities and it is nuts. I hope America bans TikTok. I hope that comes through. Speaking of coming through, Biden with fucking daylight savings time.
Biden, what are you doing?
This was supposed to be canceled last year. Like, if cancel culture is going to exist, we need to live to exist to cancel daylight savings time.
I agree. Yeah,
It's
Biden, where's my college, what's it called?
I don't think you're getting that.
No,
So-
I don't think so either.
Yeah, we can just bury that hatchet because you're not getting free college.
Bro.
Or should I say paid back or whatever? Sorry. You know, shit happens. We have other places to delegate money, and we'll leave it at that. We have other things to worry about.
I'm not going to say anything.
Not your college on American soil. Lame.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, skincare corner. I don't have much new for you guys. You guys know my skin is glowing because of Tula, code DESB for 15% off, and UBeauty, code DESB for 20% off. I have to get you some UBeauty because shit is fire.
Yeah, I've never tried it. I've never heard of it.
Me neither, until the contact I had at Tula reached out because she works with UBeauty, and she was like, you have to try this stuff. Like, I know you ride for Tula, but like, you have to try it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give myself 4 weeks to do UBeauty at night only.
Okay.
Like, just my night routine, like UBeauty. And then I add my new like Tula 24-hour hydration serum.
Okay.
But regardless, just UBeauty. And then it was like a complete slay. Like, everything like feels really good. I really like it. I really like it.
Yeah, I'll have to try it.
Yeah, I'll have to give you some to try. Anyways, I think that's all. Michaela, do you have anything else to say before we get into the bit?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Without further ado, let's get into the episode. I don't know. Do you guys want a little like signifier that we're switching topics?
Yeah.
All right. So today we're going to chat about a lot of things like motherhood and kind of giving some feedback on some questions we got. I had a lot of beautiful questions come from people even that don't have kids and are just like, hey, Des, like, how do I support my friend? Like, how do I support my friend better, or my sister-in-law, or whatever it may be? I know. I thought that was so sweet. I'm like, that's a really great question, because I know, and I spoke about this actually last episode, I think, Michaela, or 2 episodes ago, like, after having kids, like, I wish I knew how it was. Like, I wish I could have helped you more.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea.
No, but also, like, you weren't living by us.
I wasn't, but like, when I did come home, like, I wish I could have been like, I'll take Mila for a couple hours, or like, go nap. Like, I just didn't even know.
But it was still weird just because I was still living at Joey's house. So you probably didn't feel like
true.
Like, I don't know what the word
even
is.
Just checking in though, even mentally, like, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
I
right. Didn't know. Yeah, you're right. Her first response, yeah, you're right. Like, fuck, I'm sorry. Anyways.
Oh, gosh.
We're here because I don't want people to be a piece of shit like me.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't like freaking postpartum, like depression. Honestly, with Mila, I was fine. I just had, the little baby blues.
Yeah.
And then rage.
God, dude.
That's the one thing I struggle with, is rage.
Still?
No, not anymore, but like newborn stage.
When I had Maddox,
like, I want to be like this to Joey all the time.
Resentment and also rage even against your kids. Like, dude, I remember when Maddox would wake up in the middle of the night. Oh. The way I would clench my jaw, like, I thought I was going to like hurt my teeth. Like, I was like, dude, I'm fucking my jaw up, because I would get so fucking mad. You would never do anything, right? But like, in the moment, you're just like, go to sleep. Yeah. And I've noticed with Archie, like, I don't even do that at all. Like, oh my God, the second is just, it's harder transition, easier mentally.
Yes. Because you're like,
you just flow.
Yeah.
You're like, well, if I'm going to be depressed, I might as well just do everything
Honestly,
I can.
yeah. It's like if they're not going to sleep through the night, I might as well mentally prepare for it.
Like, don't even expect it.
Yeah.
But I feel like with your first, you're so like hyper obsessed with like
obsessed with sleep.
Oh my God, you're obsessed with sleep.
Them eating, like making sure they get enough, which I'm like not trying to bash anyone because, you know, we were there for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just different with your
You just have no,
you just don't know anything.
No, dude. Your first, like, even like some of the stuff I post now, I like look and I like cringe. Because I'm like,
I'll never forget the little baby bump pictures. And
yeah. But we all did it.
Yeah. First time.
We all did it. But I'm like, dude, I barely posted shit with Archie. The only reason I did was because we went to weekly appointments, or else I don't think I would have given a rat's booty.
Right.
I remember too, like with Maddox, and again, solidarity. We're all like in this together. We've all done it with Maddox, dude. I would like post not every night, but like
video
every
of him
night. No, shut up. No, post him being born. I would always be posting, good morning, guys. Maddox slept 5 hours last night. Yep. So grateful. Oh my gosh, I'm whatever. Or like next morning, oh guys, only got 2 hours of sleep last night. Stressing, and I'm like, why did I share that? Like, literally,
people are probably so mad at you.
Oh my God, they're like, I don't care. Or they're like, can she stop complaining? We've all been there. Like, trust me, I pass no judgment.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of friends that I know announce their pregnancies, and after they do it, they immediately post like their bump. Oh, I can let the belly out now. And I laugh because I'm just like, I loved that feeling.
Oh yeah.
I loved that feeling of like thinking I had a bump when like you really didn't until you're like 40 weeks.
Oh my God.
You're 39 weeks and you realize like you cannot see your pelvis. And you're like, what am I shaving? I think I shaved off my clit at one point.
Oh my, I know I did for sure.
No,
but
like
for a crime scene.
You're like, am I period? Like what? Oh, my clit is literally on the floor of the. Oh my God. Yeah, yikes.
God.
No, it's so different. And again, like all love for people who are in that position right now, because it's such a special time. There by no means are we
We're
dogging
just making fun of us. Basically.
I'm like literally roasting myself because it is like so crazy to me.
Hard roast for me.
Hard roast on myself. Okay, so like let's get into a few questions. Let's get into this first one. How to handle the feeling of feeling overwhelmed and resentful. When you find that answer, babe, I want you to come to me. Honey. No, I feel like you give your one tip first. Like if you're feeling like super resentful for a minute, like do you find anything helps you?
I rage clean.
Oh, that's so healthy.
Oh,
you get a clean house.
No, I totally clean.
Yeah,
it really does help me.
She's cleaning all the time.
I'm cleaning all the time.
She is Sunday resetting Sunday through Saturday. Her TikTok's Monday reset, Thursday middays reset.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I've noticed that like I have to go mentally. I have to think of it mentally, and I have to be like, this is such a short period of time. And I try to think of it in a way of like, in a couple years, I'm going to fucking cry that this time is over.
Yeah.
Like the minute that my kids are out of like toddler clothes, right? And we have to like go to the big boy section or something.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to miss these days. I'm going to want them back. So I try to transport there mentally. And in terms of like resentment, I can always be better at this. And I think Michaela could too. Like we can both attest to this. It's all about just like asking. Men are fucking stupid. So like the more that you the more you expect them to think that they know what they should be doing, the more pissed you're going to be.
Yeah.
You just got to fucking say it.
Yes. You have to ask.
You want help with the dishes? Tell them to fucking do the dishes. Like there is no, you got to communicate and it's so much harder with kids.
Right. My problem though, when Mila was born, I didn't ask any help from Joey because he would do it all wrong.
Oh yeah, you felt like you were the one. Like,
yes,
oh, I know how to change the diaper best.
I had to do it my way, and that was hard for me. But once Mila was like, you know, I think like crawling and stuff, I was finally like, you know what, I just need to stop, and his way is going to be his way, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, even when Wyatt puts the diaper on backwards, I'm like, at least it's on. When he put the back on the front, I was like, you just gotta. You just got to relinquish the idea of perfection and just be like, it's on.
Yeah.
That's like that's the biggest thing for me. Like,
did he really put a diaper backwards?
Dude, he'd never changed a diaper before Maddox. He never even held a baby. So like when it went on backwards, and that's when you just had to leave the idea of like perfection at the door.
Yeah.
And just be like, it's on. And like, let's celebrate that.
Right.
That's what I can say. Tips for being prepared to be pregnant for first-time moms. I know each journey is different. So this person, I'm assuming, is coming at the idea of like, I'm not pregnant yet, but like, what would you say to someone like newly pregnant?
Give yourself grace, especially in the first trimester.
Oh, yeah.
First trimester is super hard.
Especially first pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everyone I've known to have rough pregnancies, it's really bad, like their first.
Yes. Yeah. So, and then second trimester, I would say like,
get all your shit done.
yes. Get all your shit done. Get the nursery done. It's never too early to pack your hospital bag.
Mm-mm.
And then third trimester, honestly, just ride it out.
Yeah, you just got a vibe check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard, but
I would say the same with just being prepared just comes with like understanding that this is truly you are preparing to meet a new version of yourself.
yes.
And I would genuinely say this in like the non-scariest way possible. Start saying goodbye to your current self.
Yeah.
Because you will never get her back. And that's not to sound like negative. It's just you will be amplified. And the current idea that you can like go out and do anything you want, run to Target when you want, run to the store when you want, whatever it may be.
Yeah. Take advantage.
Just take advantage of it and like live in the day to day. Try not to like live your pregnancy or like waste your pregnancy and wish it away. That would be my biggest thing, is just literally live in the present as much as you can. Do you have another one or one you want to answer?
I'm going to read off mine.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your process of ending night feeds? Okay. So
I just didn't offer him the boob ever again.
yeah, I didn't either.
Like literally, I was just like, cry.
Yeah. I did the cry it out method, and I know people have like their opinions on it, but honestly, the first night with Gio, it was like, it wasn't awful. And then I was like to my breaking point, and I said this on my Instagram story that I like couldn't even go in there to like console him because I just was I was done.
Yeah.
So, and he's been sleeping all night now.
Because he's traumatized.
Right?
Fuck.
He doesn't want to wake up.
No, here's the thing though. It's like in this situation, I'm not really for cry it out. I'm for the roller coaster. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as they're like, wah.
Yes. Like if
But
if they're like crying bloody murder
for like a minute or two
Yeah.
straight, like no.
yeah.
But when I think of what you're probably mentioning
Joey
is
or
like you
Gio.
kind of watched him,
Yeah.
okay, he's okay. Okay. he's-
Gio's kind of like, wah.
Right.
He's just talking basically.
Yes. But I will say, like, if you are a parent and you find yourself needing to do the cry it out, give yourself grace and don't be mad at yourself for doing it, because they are in the safest
Yes,
place.
I was
They're
gonna
in
say
the
that too.
safest place to just cry.
Yep.
You would rather them cry in that space where there is nothing physically you could do to harm them, even unintentionally.
Right.
Parenting is hard. So like just always put them in that safe place, close the door, come back in 10 minutes. I promise you they're going to live. And I promise you they're not going to remember. Like
Yeah.
I really swear to that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to night feeding, like for me personally, I just took it away. I found a bottle that worked really well, introduced it.
Yep.
And for Archie, I feel like it was more of just, he didn't necessarily like love my boobs. He loves to suck. Like he loves the comforting of suckling.
Yeah.
So finding a bottle was the perfect way to put him down.
Mm-hmm.
I bottle feed him to sleep.
Yep.
So be it. Some people don't believe in like feeding them to sleep. He does fine.
Yeah. Gio does too.
And then sometimes I've also laid him asleep, kind of awake, and he's fine. And he goes to sleep too. So really you just have, every baby's going to be different, but you just really have to commit. Like if you have a problem, like right now, like where you feel like your baby's on your titty all the time, like you genuinely, you just got to commit.
You got to commit
Or
to
you,
some kind
or
of
you
method.
give that load to your husband or your spouse,
Yes.
and you tell them they have to do night feeds.
Yes.
Hey, sleepy baby. Rachel, we had her on a couple episodes ago. She has a whole highlight about night weaning where her husband took every single shift for a certain amount of weeks or something. So make sure you check out that highlight. That could be super helpful.
Oh yeah.
For
Definitely.
you. Was it hard for you to conceive baby number 2 still trying?
For me, no.
For me, also no. And that's not to also take away from like the idea that a lot of people struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think also that there should be this like negative connotation though with people who do not struggle. Like, you know, that I feel like that's just a straight like yes or no answer.
Yes.
But what we are here to do right here with this in conceiving baby number 2 is place support in that, because a lot of times hormones are still out of whack from baby number 1.
Yes.
I was fucking shocked that I got pregnant right away, especially pregnant while I was breastfeeding. So there's a lot of things that go into that. But to this person and whoever else out there who's maybe trying to conceive right now and really wants that to be a goal, sending love, sending hugs, hang in there, take care of your mental health. If you're not in a good place here, it's not going to be a good place here too. You know what I mean? We're all connected. So just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, sending hugs there. Birthing positions and if it really matters. Michaela, you have a really good experience with different birthing positions.
Yes. So with Gio, with Mila, I was on my back. You know, I had that epidural. She came out. Which,
by the way, you do not need to be on your back if you have an epidural.
I know. I think I saw that.
They try to tell you.
Yeah, but like you cannot feel your legs.
They can help maneuver you though.
Oh.
But like if you're someone out there, I just wanted a quick sidebar. Please advocate for yourself.
Yeah. Just
please
because you have an epidural doesn't mean.
Yeah, because sometimes it can be easier labor for you to push out, and then you're not going to tear.
Right.
Unless you're on your back. Okay, keep going. So yeah, you were on your back for Mila.
Yeah, for Mila, and then with Gio, yeah, I got to the hospital 7 centimeters, and then I wanted to get the epidural, blah blah blah. So I guess I'm kind of telling you my birth story, but it's whatever. And then the girl, you know, came in with like her cart, epidural cart, blah blah blah. She was about to stick me, and then I was like, I need to push. And so the lady was like, okay, get on your back and I'll check you to like make sure like the baby's, you know,
in position and shit.
And he definitely was. And
she was like, he's halfway out.
Yeah. And she's like, yep, you're ready to start pushing. And so I pushed, and something like honestly didn't feel right. I obviously was like acting so feral because I didn't have an epidural at all. And I was in the worst pain of my life. So being on my back was not comfortable. So something like in my body told me to get on my hands and knees. I told my midwife, I'm like, I can't do it like this. And so she's like, okay. And I was like, I got to get on my hands and knees. And then that's when Gio like came out like 2 minutes later.
Yeah, I think too, it's really cool to go natural. In the sense of like you feel everything your body is doing.
If you're prepared for going natural,
oh my God, you'll make it.
Cool, you will. But I was not, and I'm traumatized now.
Yeah, I mean, I was not prepared either. Yeah, like I was definitely. It was so not
for both of us.
Yeah, it was not wanted.
It was not.
However, it was nice to feel the actual pressure of like needing to push, because this is where a lot of people tear their vaginas to their anuses, is because they're fucking numb from the epidural.
Yeah,
and
so
they can't feel that natural sensation to need to push. Yep. And a lot of times doctors, nurses will make you start pushing prematurely. And because you do not know your body, you're numb and you can't feel it. Right. So if that's something that, you know, your goal is to go natural, that is a really great reason for doing it, because you can feel it. Hands and knees. I tried hands and knees actually because I was inspired by Michaela, and I told them I want to do it. That's where I started. And then Archie's heartbeat kept like dropping, like his heart rate kept dropping, so they made me switch positions. I was then kind of like on a side lying, awkwardly the same position I got pregnant in. I was then full circle moment of kind of like, you know, coming in and out. And then we kind of saw like the heart rate drop again, and then I ended up kind of on my back, but I was a little bit like turned. I don't know. It was interesting, but just be very like open and vocal with your delivery team on where you want to birth and how maybe your goals are to birth. I was very vocal that I want an epidural, did not get it. So don't always trust them to come through, but at least be an advocate for yourself.
Also, when I was on my hands and knees, I did not tear at all. So I don't know if like.
I didn't tear either. I mean, I was kind of in a mixed of all, but I did not tear either. I did with Maddox a little bit, which is really shocking to me because he was just 4 pounds and so tiny, but my body was so not prepared to give birth. My hips were not open. He wasn't dropped, you know, all the things. So anyways, relative.
Here, I'll do one on mine.
Yeah.
Do you want more babies? Girl,
Dude,
no.
I don't think so.
Mentally, no. But my heart will always want
that.
another.
I think that's exactly where I'm at too. Like, I think for me, like, I really would be chasing the daughter. I know it sounds fucked, but like,
yeah,
I really wish I could have a daughter. Like, I'm such a boy mom, and I'm so honored to be able to raise like boys that are going to treat girls right. You know, like, love that for me. But you know,
that makes sense though.
Yeah, I really want to adopt. I always have wanted to. I said it since I was a kid. Me and my friend, we always wanted to adopt children from overseas. Like, we said that from when we were like 8th grade. Like, it was a weird fucking thing we always wanted to do, but it's still just stuck really deep in my heart. So maybe one day I will get a daughter, and it'll just be a little bit unconventional in the way I do. But
or you could always foster too.
Foster to adopt. I mean, foster. The goal with fostering though is to rehome, and I don't
that
think
would be kind of hard.
I don't think that would be easy for me.
Yeah.
I think it would be hard for my home to be a revolving door in that way. And I know we need people that do that, but I think where my emotions are, it would be really tough for me.
You would get attached for sure.
100%. Like, even Wyatt said I was clingy at the beginning. Like, imagine a kid.
Right.
So I don't know. That would be as of right now, the only way I would really want another kid, to be honest. And that really switched quick, because just a couple months ago, I was like, maybe I want another one. And oh my God, it switched so fast.
I will tell you no.
It switched so fast.
I know.
I'm a bandwagon.
That's like when Gio just turned 1, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I miss the newborn baby, but I don't miss the newborn stage. Like, oh,
it's so.
And then a light switch, and then I was like, all right, I'm done.
It's so boring.
Yeah, and it's
not it.
No.
Let us know. I'll put it on the Instagram now. I want a poll. Do you prefer the infant stage, the toddler stage, or let's just call it like 4 and up, like or kindergarten stage? Yeah. I'll put that, because obviously I have a lot of listeners with a lot of different kids' age.
Right. Do one about breastfeeding.
Why? You want to talk about tits?
Yeah.
Fucking weird. What made you start weaning?
Just being touched out.
Dude, it's such an unexplainable feeling until...
Yeah, it like hits you out of nowhere.
For me, I remember it was this time with Maddox. It was about 10 months. And I was like, you only have 2 more months. You only have 2 more months. And I kept this like hammer mentality. And now for Maddox, it was a little bit different, because he was a premature baby, and I wanted just everything I could to make him as perfect as he could be.
Yeah.
And so I had this like fight in me of like, like we're going to make it to a year. With Archie, I have enough breast milk to hopefully get me through at least till he's 11 months. Talk to my pediatrician. We have a game plan for once he hits 11 months, like, et cetera. So for me, I was just like, is this worth the mental strain that it's having on me and my relationships?
No.
Like, even the way I was treating Wyatt was like shit.
And like, we couldn't go anywhere really, because then we'd have to think about pumping or about how they're going to get fed.
And it's just, it's not fun. Not fucking fun.
No. Or even like, I think I hear Gio. Or even like, if your child's getting enough food, like, are you producing enough? It's
tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to think about. Are you done?
No, I am still nursing during the day, which is fine. I did not want to nurse at night, but I told myself I have to wean for sure by May. But Gio, he takes bottles, like, he loves bottles.
Yeah.
So I could really be done, but I think it's just me.
Yeah. Well, at least he's old enough.
It's just the conveniency.
At least he's old enough now, though, for you, where you can put him on like plant-based milk or whole milk or whatever.
Sure. He is on the horizon.
If you transitioned, you don't have to put him on formula. Not that it fucking matters. Right. I'm just making a point. You don't have to pay for formula. You're paying for real milk.
But still, I forgot how freaking expensive milk is.
Dude, milk, eggs, all the bullshit is fucking annoying.
Especially Gio's milk. Jeez.
I can't. So kind of like branching off that, for me, I'm just like, kind of echoing. Like, I was touched out. I was done. And it was affecting me, period. Someone asked then, first time mom, where do I start with breastfeeding? There's so much to learn. Dude, there's a lot of great resources now.
Yeah.
But you just got to find the people to follow that are proper educators.
Yes. Carrie Loker. Little Milk Bar.
Yeah, something like that. Milky Mama.
Okay.
Milky
I think
Mama.
I've heard of her or heard of them. Is that a brand?
Yes.
Okay.
But she also educates on her page.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of like certified lactation consultants, but that's the thing, is like, you want to find a CLC.
Yes. The memorial where I delivered Mila, they were like all gung ho for breastfeeding. So I got a lot of information about breastfeeding from like the lactation consultants on the floor. And then they did like tell me that there is free like lactation classes, but I mean, they were all the way in South Bend and I lived not in South Bend. So
yeah, luckily for me,
travel.
Luckily for me with the NICU, I had 6 weeks of people teaching me every single thing. Like I was in the hospital every day. If I ever had a question, I literally just walked my ass down to CLC and I would sit with them for 30 minutes and we would talk about breastfeeding. So I was very grateful in that way. Not a lot of people have that opportunity, but I feel like you just have to start by like reading the information online. And especially Carrie Loker. Like, honestly, I just send everyone to her, dude. She is fucking awesome. I had a past podcast with her about almost 2 years ago now, before she like completely blew up.
She's awesome.
She puts a lot of fucking work into what she does.
She does.
And she deserves everything that she gets because she works really, really, really hard. So I would definitely suggest just like going to her page, honestly, and like binging all of her like highlights and her posts. She does a great job. Like honestly, one-stop shop. Like I don't even have to tell you anyone else. Yeah. That is like the best place. Something you wish you knew before motherhood.
How you lose your identity. I mean, that's a given, but like how legit it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think again, it's like something you wish you knew. It's like, bitch, everyone tells you everything.
Yeah.
You just don't believe it.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like, again, like the preparation of maybe my mentality going into motherhood, like not feeling like I have to hold on to my old self so much and just really like embrace my new self more.
Right. Yes.
Give myself more grace.
Yes.
Something you wish you knew. I'm just trying to think of even a different way to like spin anything. I think just like you probably like won't have friends.
Yeah.
So just like expect that.
So true.
I say this in a good way. It's just people that don't have kids. Like you wonder why like motherhood feels like a cult.
Yeah.
It's because no one fucking gets it unless you're a mom. And that is like, no, that's not like pick me energy. I chose to be a mom. It has nothing to do with that. It's just such a special journey that if you choose to take that journey, you just get it. You fucking get it. Other moms get it. We get it, you know? And so it's just, again, that's not to sound like we're better than. It has nothing to do with that. Everyone is so entitled and allowed to be childless and make that decision for themselves. So that's not to sound like pick me at all. It's just more of like, unless you're in the experience of motherhood, it's just like a special community that you just get it. So it kind of feels like culty, not cunty, culty. But that's just kind of my, like maybe something I wish I knew is like how non-relatable my old friends would be.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good way to say it. And
but
again,
like no disrespect.
No disrespect.
But it's
just hard. And maybe also like, I would even say how triggering your old friends can be.
Yeah. Just seeing what?
Just seeing like that they can like go out, do whatever they want. They can go to the bars. They can go travel. They can go whatever it may be. And again, that's a you thing.
Yes.
That's a you doing the work. You have to, that's not on them.
No.
That's you being a little brat. But it's hard when you're going through all these other like emotions and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I'm glad that, we have family that have kids.
I would literally
I have no friends.
I would literally KMS if I did not have a sister or like a sibling. I don't know how only children do it. Like, honestly, if you're an only child listening right now, like, just good for you. Like, it, or if you like have such a huge age gap that you feel like an only child,
Yeah, like Ty and us.
But it's a lot. So good for you. A lot of questions about weaning.
Yeah.
A lot of questions. Biggest tip for even starting weaning is to find a bottle that works. And try to pump at least once or something. Even like borrow a breast pump from a friend. Like who gives a fuck? Give them your milk.
Or get the hand pump.
Yeah, get the hand pump. Get them
like $20.
Get a way for you to get breast milk just because they're used to that. Don't try to just like do formula right away just because they'll hate it.
Yeah.
Try to do it just to figure out what bottle they like at first. I had a really good success with Avent bottles or Advent, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I don't know.
Are there two brands? Is it Advent and Advent? Like I think it's like an Advent calendar. I don't know.
I think it's Avent. Shit, I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever that one is. And then also did Tommy Tippy. That was like the other really good time that I had.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah, that was another good one. The two nurture bottles. It kind of like feels like a titty that they can grab, and it's really nice. It's actually really fun. Yeah. So Archie just like squeezes it as he goes to bed, and it kind of feels like my boobie.
Huh. Yeah. With Mila, she like pretty much weaned herself, but she did not take bottles after. So she was like a year old, and she like went through a phase without getting any source of milk. Granted, she loved yogurt.
As long as you have protein in your diet,
that's what her
you really don't.
Said.
Yeah, that's what he said to me too.
But then she ended up getting into bottles for like a little bit, and then Gio now luckily he has not had any issues with taking a bottle. So we've done the Tommy Tippy. They're called Boone.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Ma'am.
Yeah, MAAM.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah.
Someone asks something no one warned you about. Dude, the postpartum, the uterus contractions.
Ooh.
If you're breastfeeding.
It gets worse with every kid too. Sorry to say that.
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
Or the fundus massage or fundal.
If you're all natural, you'll feel that.
Oh,
but if you got an epidural, you don't feel the devil's massage.
I'll never forget when I was holding Gio. There was something like down there.
We're just going to press on your belly. As they fucking crank into it.
No, I was holding Gio and I felt something like down there. And I'm like, what's down here? And she was like, honey, that's your placenta. And I was like, oh shit. I forgot you can like feel that.
Like, give me a fork and a spoon. I'll just eat it right here.
Right.
Give me a straw.
But yeah, I never felt that with Mila because I had an epidural. Yeah. So that was interesting.
It is very interesting to have the experience, like both experiences. Yeah. But that is my biggest thing is like, no one told me how painful those cramps would be. And they last probably like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to
fucking
think.
Hurts.
Trying to think what another one. Probably like night sweats or how bad your fucking BO is. Bro.
Dude, I used to be non-deodorant wearing. Like, genuinely, I was like.
Give me that aluminum.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, babe, all natural what? I'm not, let me tell you, I'm not stepping into Whole Foods grabbing fucking deodorant, you know? I don't, at this point.
The $20 deodorant that does not work.
At this point, yeah, give me hormonal issues. I will take any aluminum. I'll put aluminum on my ass to smell good. Like I don't care.
Oh, mine still smells pretty bad. My nipples smell like onions sometimes.
Your nipples?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because I do kind of eat a lot of onions. I know, so weird.
It sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Okay, transitioning crib to toddler bed. So this is something I can talk about because Michaela's toddler, Michaela's toddler still sleeps with her.
I snuggle with her every night.
Mila is such a cuddly girl though. Like Maddox,
Maddox feral.
From the moment he was born, dude. Even in the NICU, bro, he would only let us hold him for like an hour and he would cry. Like he does not like to be touched. Yes. He is his mother's son.
I can attest to that.
So, but for us, dude, honestly, one night, the mattress just came and I was like, fucking, I'm tearing it apart. Like I did nothing to prepare him. I literally just one night put him in a bed.
Done.
I said, you're done. Figured out, grow up. You know what I mean? But honestly,
get a job.
Here's your resume. I did make sure though that there was nothing like in harm's way, right? Like I didn't want to draw attention to anything that he already seen, right? So I wasn't gonna be like, don't touch this. Don't touch this. I just left everything as it was. I still got the owlet, like I got the baby monitor in there. So I'm like, what is he doing? Where is he at? What's he messing with? I kept everything in there like per normal. I didn't remove anything, didn't add anything. The only thing I did was add a door lock so he can't get out from the inside.
I was gonna say, if you did that.
But that was it. I literally kept he could get in his closet if he wanted to. He could go in the bathroom if he wanted to, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
I feel like, because for me, I didn't draw attention to it. I didn't make it. The minute you tell them don't do that,
they want to.
They're not stupid. So that was the biggest thing for me is like just keeping it as fucking normal as possible. Like, hey, here's your bed. Good night.
Yeah.
I did keep the mattress like on the bottom at first, just in case he rolled off, and he never did, which was a slay for him. He was so ready for a big bed though. So like,
that's good.
It could be different. I would have gone floor bed. I would have totally gone floor bed. We just had already bought a toddler transition kit for like the bed that we had. So it was kind of like, why would I not use it? But yeah, that was the biggest thing. Okay, a few more questions. 202 tips, literally none. N fucking A. Why is retained placenta so common now, and why does it happen? So that's interesting. I've never actually heard of a retained placenta until I had one. And then I like made a TikTok about it, and then some people were like commenting like, "Oh my God, I had one too." I don't know why. It's just basically like the uterus doesn't want to let go. So then your placenta is just like retained in there. A lot of times they can just kind of yank them out or you manually remove them. So, I mean, they literally go fist deep, fucking elbow deep and literally scrape the lining of your uterus to get that placenta out. For me, I had a small knot in my umbilical cord, and it was also like super thin. So they were scared that if they tried to like use it for a little bit of traction, that it would break off inside me, which then would immediately send me to the OR. I ended up having to go to the OR anyway, but luckily they didn't have to like intubate me, which is what they were going to do. They were going to intubate me.
I just remember you telling me how you were hung like a deer.
Oh my God. I was hung like a fucking like Jaws. Like literally my legs were like this. And the same doctor
like
came in
chains?
Yes, like in stirrups,
dude.
And they brought them up like I heard, and they had to. I was bred fucking eagle, bro. Like that's nuts. That's nuts to think about. And this fucking team of surgeons and whatever. So the anesthesiologist that missed my epidural came back in, and I remember looking at him like, "Huh, you made it to this one, huh?" And he was like, "Yep."
Oh my God.
Fuck you.
That's really scary.
It's so scary. I don't know why it happens though, honestly. I think it's just like one of those underreported things. Like I don't think the first thing you come home and just be like, "Hey guys, guess what? I had a retained placenta. But baby's here. Baby's good." You know, like it's not, I don't think it's a Facebook worthy post.
Right, no.
So it could be very much more common than we think. And most people probably have an epidural to where they just like scrape it out and you might not even know.
True. Yeah.
But like for me, I had to try to deliver it. Like I literally they wanted me to push and I could not fucking push. And
that's the other thing they didn't warn you about. Giving birth to your placenta.
Yeah. That's a whole nother birth.
Especially when you do all natural.
Yeah. Sorry. You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't.
No, just kidding. Trust me. If we had the option, we'd be
you
like,
don't want to get it.
You don't want to get it. You don't want a part of that club. Nope. Okay. Last few questions. I like this one. We can expand about it. Navigating a changing relationship with your spouse after kids.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'll let Michaela go first because she was only dating her now husband for like 5 months.
It was a year. Okay. No, honestly, when we brought Mila home, I like had resentment against her because Joey and I really didn't have a lot of time together. So I was kind of like, you know, side-eyeing her.
Side-eye.
Like, you're in our way. Not really. That was like probably a span of like 2 days and I was over it. But no, honestly, I feel like Joey and I really didn't have a problem just because I think we didn't get a lot of time together. So we didn't know any better. But yeah, we did good. The only thing is my rage against him, you know, but I mean, that's, I guess, just normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, now like the kids are like kind of grown up. We're starting to go on like date nights and stuff with like his friends. And I think we're kind of like rekindling that fire that was like, you know, there in the beginning. It's just so much easier when your kids grow up.
Yeah.
So if you're in the thick of it, just know it gets better.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, things have been super hard, especially with Wyatt and I, just because he was then like had to get surgery and I've been doing things by myself and he's been trying to find like his groove of like just, you know, his passion. Like what does he really want to do? And blah, blah, blah. We're both in like a different stage of like discovery of life. And so it's been really tough. But we're definitely, you know, I think the thing is like at the end of the day, do you look at each other and are ready to give up? No. You know what I mean? And so you just have to like remember that and know that these are the biggest tribulations in your marriage ever typically is going to be children and entering into a family affair, so to speak. And so it's just very important to like stay grounded in why you guys started in the first place. And that sounds so cliche, but just taking yourself back there and also doing the work. You know, I know Wyatt and I are like looking into doing counseling. And it doesn't even, and don't allow the word counseling to make you think that your marriage is at a breaking point.
Right.
It's not.
No.
You're preventing it.
Right.
You're preventing it. You're doing the work ahead of time. You're doing the work in the thick of it. And so we're on a wait list right now, which that also sucks because like we'd love to like get in. I know. But we want somewhere we can escape, do a date night, go to therapy, you know, like let's make a day of it. Someone can watch the kids. We can go to therapy. We can go talk about it after at lunch.
Right.
And then we get to go home and continue to work towards things, you know. But I think it's just so important to allow yourself to be vulnerable. And if you're struggling in your marriage, like you just gotta say it, because it doesn't mean that you're at the point where it can't be fixed or whatever. It's just like it's a hard fucking season of life, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And
again,
so,
it's a season, so it'll get better.
Absolutely. You just have to remember that you're not the only one. I think for a long time I felt like I was crazy. Like I'm like, am I the only one that like is having issues? Like everyone else seems so happy with kids, you know, whatever. So yeah, I share that out of vulnerability of like, it is fucking hard, but you know, when you love someone, you put in the work. Yep. That's what it comes down to. Okay. Last one. Definitely validate the, oh my God, I love you, but right now I need to be alone feeling of motherhood. So like validating the idea of like someone experiencing like, I love you so much as a mom, like maybe you're to your kids. I love you so much, but I need to be alone. That's such a real feeling.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. If you feel crazy for feeling that way, whoever is making you feel crazy for feeling that way is crazy.
Yeah.
Because motherhood is fucking hard. And there's a lot of times I think about like just locking myself in a room and being like, fend for yourself. Intrusive thoughts. Wild thoughts. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. When I'm with my kids, all I get is wild thoughts.
Yeah.
No, I think the feeling of loneliness is just so prime. And again, like I don't know what I would do if it wasn't for my sister. I would probably, I don't know. I literally don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I mean, you have in-laws.
True.
Too. Like
I
don't even have like sister-in-laws.
But for me, it's like the staying at home, which you stay at home too, but you work or whatever. But it's just, it's definitely lonely.
It can feel monotonous, but also like children bring such a different day every day.
Yeah, so true. They're doing new things
like,
every day.
There's something new in every day.
Yeah.
As much as it's like staying at home, being a stay-at-home mom is the same thing every day. It's like, but it's also not because like they are so different every day. Or like you'll look back a couple of weeks later and be like, they're so different. But I think the biggest thing is like, and we could talk about this like forever. Like I feel like motherhood is a never-ending conversation.
Yeah.
Which is why like you should come on more often. I think that's so valuable. But it's just like lower your expectations, lower your need for perfection, and honor just like where you're at day to day. Like it really is a new journey of motherhood where you genuinely have to just live in the now.
Yeah.
You can't worry about it. You can't worry about next week.
Right.
You can't worry about tomorrow's lunches.
Right.
You can't even worry about the bottles tomorrow. You will get there when you get there, and just honor that feeling and that emotion, because that's what leads to like enjoying the process more.
Right.
Is when you stop living for the future and you live for the now. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
What's your biggest tip for someone newly postpartum, like, or about to have a baby?
I mean, again, this sounds cliche, but ask for help. Or honestly, sleep when the baby sleeps. Like, I know you have shit done to get.
You got shit done to get?
You know what I mean.
You got shit to get done.
You got stuff to do around the house that can wait. Your baby's not going to be this little forever, so make sure you snuggle it and smell their head.
And smell their toes.
Ooh, that's the best.
Ooh, that's a little best. I love it, the smell of the toes. My biggest thing would be like, allow your house to be messy. Yes. Michaela, you rage cleans. That's you. I've noticed
that's
that
a me problem.
The more that I just relinquish this idea, I got to clean up at night, I've literally been in a better mood. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. Like I literally go to bed with like the toys out everywhere. I'm like, I literally look at it, I'm like, not
some
today.
Days though, yeah. Some days you got to do that.
No, for sure. Some days like I'm in the mood, I'm in the vibe. I'm like, I'm going to clean up tonight before bed. But other days I look at the mess. I'm like, you know what? I don't have that energy right there right now. I would rather be in a good mood. Because sometimes when I clean, you know, when you just get fucking pissed, you're like, I can't believe I'm fucking cleaning again.
That's me all the time.
The house is always dirty. So I think like the more that I just like relinquish that, I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Guess what? I'm going to wake up and I'm still going to be able to clean tomorrow. Like whatever. That's where I've found best. But I think anyone like preparing for a baby to bring home or a transition to bring home, just meet yourself where you're at in the day. Like honestly, you just got to find the one thing in the day that keeps you going.
Yes.
Make a self-care routine. That's also my biggest thing too.
Wake up,
find a time to take care of you.
Yeah. Skincare.
Go to bed, put your eye gels on at night. Like find a thing that makes you feel like you, not feel like mom, but feel like you.
Yes.
Ask for help.
TV show.
Tell your husband to do bath time.
Yeah.
Tell your husband to go put the fucking kids to bed. Like even if he does it wrong, it takes slack off you. And if he's willing to do it, it's fine. It's his own routine with the kids. And guess what? The kids love it because they love their dad.
Right.
So just
so true.
Just let it vibe. And as long as they're in bed and they're safe, who cares? Who cares how they get there?
Yeah.
And if the diaper's on backwards, it still catches. It's like, don't worry about it.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine. Maybe Wyatt's onto something. You know what I mean? Like maybe wearing it backwards is in. But I hope you guys like this episode. As always, follow Michaela on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow Brunch with Desb on Instagram. I might put this on YouTube. I say might, like we recorded the whole thing. Like it's definitely gonna go on YouTube. So if you want to watch it, feel free to go give it a like. And just, you know, be like, haha, listen to it first. LOLs, OLs, like something, I don't know. And good luck. Good luck with whatever you're facing right now.
Yeah.
And I hope that none of this at all scares you about being a mom. Like I would continue to be a mom forever and ever.
Yeah.
I have to be a mom forever and ever. I don't really have a choice anymore. But I consented to that choice. That's all that matters.
True.
So.
We consented.
Yes. Have a great Sunday. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you go check out my Buff Bunny collection review this coming week for that $200 gift card, as well as my Instagram. I'm giving away another $100 gift card. So I get to give away I get to give away $300 to this launch, which is awesome. It's also like my favorite in the longest time. So that's about it. Have a great Sunday. Cheers.